Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are, new project day yet again. Third or fourth one this week. Back to a book note. This one's going to be a step up in the difficulty range. This is from the same company who did the Cyberpunk. I think that, well, the Christmas one I did. I think it's that one. That one actually looks different, I think. I have to go look, but I think I'm pretty sure it's this one here. We would call it the TC18. That's what they've got marked on there. This is one of the ones that's not really pre-made at all. It's just, you literally have to get all the pieces and assemble them. If it's like the other ones I've done on these. Let's see. But I say, if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes, all my failures, how I hopefully fix the inevitable failures as they come up. Have a good time, upload daily, and just trying to enjoy ourselves. We're not doing anything to change the world. We're just having fun building silly little models. And so, if you've seen any kits or sets or builds or anything you want me to try and take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube, so I know that y'all provide good choices. But let's see what we got into here. Let's got some paper. Okay, these are not stickers, they are cutouts, so that's always fun. That's got, yeah, this company does the big ones where it's like the whole side gets glued on, so that's what those are. Let's see, I already see a spool of string here, so I'm a little worried about that, but we'll get over to it. Bags of goodies. Let's see, we got utility knife, cheapo tweezers, cheapo scissors, and cheapo ruler. So I might take the utility knife out of there, but I'll leave everything else in there and send it on its way. Our frame, our outer pieces. I think Sea Breeze is what this one is. Got a mirror for the back of it. Yeah, that's a legit. Well, it's plastic, but you know, it's a solid mirror. It's not one of the really flexible ones like you get on the, you know, it's just, you know, it's a sheet of plastic, but it's a thick sheet of plastic. Let's see, take a look at our other, okay, there's our templates for transparent sheet. Ooh, I forgot they did that on these. That's always fun. And let's say more cutout accessory. Got a piece of cardstock for something at some point. And look at all our. I'll say this is one of the there's our clear acrylic. This is one of the do-it-all-yourself situations. Don't see any books jumping out at me. So it looks like some menus and stuff. Oh, there's the books. Gotta have books in all of these. But, let's see, and we'll take a look at. Okay. Yeah, both sides of our template there. Ooh. It looks like we're making bead curtains. I hope they're beads. I hope that's not paper. Okay, and take a quick peek at our instructions manual there. Inventory on the first few pages. And jump into building that. Goes right into building the frame, it looks like. And it's real pictures. Not the worst printing job I've ever seen. I prefer drawings over pictures, but I guess in this stuff it might actually be helpful to have the drawings so you know you're actually getting the right piece. Like I said, it is really a matter of, you know, we're building everything on this one, so there's no prefab at all. It's just even got to make our own lemon slices. But yeah, there's that. Now let's take a peek at our goodie bags here. Let's start with A since it's there. Stray pieces, frames. Okay, it's all reasonably big pieces, and I say this is not the, this is the quote-unquote easy part. I don't know how easy it's going to be, but I imagine we'll see quite a few of those pieces today. But, let's say that's a lot of the outer shell assembly. Goes back in place. I'm both dreading and looking forward to this. It ought to be a good challenge for me. Like I've been sort of taking it easy on myself the last couple of months, so I need to get back into more pushing myself to the limits build. It won't get better doing easy stuff, I think. Yeah, it's like just small pieces. I'm not going to drag those out. Shutters and chairs and whatnot. Yeah. Here's the real bag of fun. Let's see, we got our plants. Here's our LEDs and wiring and switch PCB. A little tape or something it looks like. More sandpaper. And fabric, some moss sponge things, roll of string, cotton, lots of fabric. There's some leather and twine down here, a little bit of lace, all kinds of goodies in there. And there's various bits and bobs and beads, and there's seashells, and stars, and all kinds of goodies. Tube beads and regular beads. There's our lemon to make the lemon stripes with. And let's see, we got plants and dishes. Looks like teapot, flowers, utensils. Looks like spoons and stuff, everything there. Got some rock and sand. That's right, this is sea breeze, so it makes sense there would be a rock and sand area for this. That's cool. That'll be something different. Okay, we got more little bitty pot pieces, just various shapes and forms. And last but not least, more little pieces. There's more chairs and tables and who's-its and what's-its and doodads and how's-its. Okay, so this will be, like I said, this is gonna take a while. I bet I'm figuring at least 10 days, and that might be optimistic. I am gonna stick to my self-imposed 45-minute hour range and time, I hope, is my goal. But we are ready to get rolling. I've got the hot glue gun warming up. I took the wax off because there's no moving parts on this one. Got my glue ready, my screwdrivers ready, tweezers, knives. Alright, let's grab some pieces and we'll get going. Okay, here we go. Gonna start off, basically, I'm hoping tonight we're going to be able to get through building our, I guess, two sides of our box and the floor. So, they got me, I think they got me doing a bunch of cutting on the pieces. So, it lines up pretty tight tolerances on there. It's not sticking off too much on either side, so I think it's appropriate. Got some glue on my hand. We're trying to prep, get things ready for you. I've had really good luck using the Beacon 3-in-1 when I'm gluing on big chunks like this. It seems to, B7000 is still my favorite, but it actually dries too fast, I think. This one gives you just a little bit more adjustment time. It's getting a little low, so I'm hoping I can get it to come out tonight. Let's see. There it comes. Okay, so I'm just going to go fairly close to the edge. Not a super thick bead, but a healthy one, I'm hoping. Got my little squeegee over there, left over from a screen protector installation. I'm getting a little, trying to do too much at once. I think this glue is actually getting a little old. This seems a little bit thick. Either that or I got a clog in there, which is also possible. Looks like it. That might be it. Looks like I got a chunk floating around with me. Good. I believe I'll switch to the B7000 on the next bit. Make sure I get good coverage on it. Yeah, I think I had some. Yeah. Yeah, there's something clogging that up a little bit, so I'll switch over on my next bit to the old B7000. It works. It dries almost too fast to do stuff like this, but it'll do, it has the same effect. Okay, get you there in place. End up pretty good. Get full coverage. I hit my squeegee. Smooth this all out. Yeah, I think that glue actually might just be old. It's feeling pretty chunky under there. Yeah, okay. That might be my problem. I thought it was clogged nozzle, but I think it's just old glue. Get it mushed down enough here. Yeah, you can hit it. It's going down, but it's you can feel it's pretty lumpy in there. Got pretty good coverage on it. Still get a little just in here. Pull you down some. I think this is going to be alright, because that's our inside. So the only place it's got just a little not showing there, and just I can trim this top piece out. And this has got coverage all the way on both sides, I think. So yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, I think it's time to let this glue go. Like I say, it's been a good while since I actually used it regularly, so I imagine it's just gone over while I wasn't playing with it. Okay, so one done. Now, actually, it has me do both walls. We're not going to use that one for a while, but this one we're going to use pretty quickly. This one goes on, let's say, like so. And it's like switching over to the B7000. Same sort of thing, we go around the edge pretty close so we can get a good seal on the edge. Don't want to go too close. Much tighter beads, so I'm not going to. Might be overkill, but I think it'll be alright. On the edge here. Okay. Let's see how this works. If you ever use this much of this stuff, you can use a well-ventilated area. I'm getting a good width of it. Okay. Squeegee. Yeah, this is much smoother. Yeah, there's a little contamination out here. So got it onto my squeegee and spread it. That'll be alright. Everything else feels, this one feels good. Nice and smooth. Thing lined up pretty good with the edges there. And I hope I did that right side up. Let's see here. I think I did by accident. I forgot to look for the blue side. That is supposed to be rock, the flagstones or whatever down here, and the blue goes up above them. So, whew, lucky. How much is that? I think it's. Don't want to go too hard, rub through the paper, but okay. I guess I'll just hope there's something that goes in front of that little blemish. There we go. Nice. Getting more edges there. Just checking there. Yeah, say nice and tight all around. So yeah, that's good. Put you not on top of the other piece. I'm not going to use you, so I'm going to put you there to dry. And now this guy. Again, got our blue edge up here, so got our blue edge on our paper. So we want those. No, wait a second. Shows the blue edge. Okay, in the picture they got the blue edge at the bottom, but later on they have it at the top. So yeah, so it is like this. Okay. Now on this one, I'm going to put it on the paper because I don't want to miss. Put it too low. Alright. So I'll probably use less of it since it's on the paper too. So I think I did get a little overzealous last time. I'll just go around the edge pretty twice. And just do an X in the middle here. That's as much as I blue edge up. Pull it down when I did that, so let's pull it back up, hopefully. Okay. Do have some adjustment there, I think. Feels pretty good though. Alright. That one done. Now the one I'm sort of worried about, to be honest. Okay, I need to find the other part too. Where'd it go? It'll be in my hand here somewhere. Oh, no, it's actually on there. Okay. Yeah, this one. There's, I don't know, it might not show up under. There's a little blemish here. This is the. They're both a little blemished, but I think. I've got my big chunky paint marker, so I think before I even start this. No, I'll do it after, because I'm going to be gluing, I'm going to be covering up the stuff on the, that's a little, there's a little roughness here. So I'm thinking about what would be easier to glue to. I think it'd be this side, because it feels pretty smooth. So I'm going to this side. It's got a little bow in it. I don't mind it'll be showing. It's a little wobbly, but I think it'll be alright. Okay. Now this should be easier. I'm just going to go just all the way around this guy. And here. Not too rubbed on yet. And over here. Across the top. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, I'm looking at this one. I think where I've been having trouble with the touch sensors, I bought some switches off Temu, and I think I've always had trouble with these sets with their physical switches. I mess them up every time. It seems like it's when you switch them it breaks off. So I think I'm gonna go. This will be the first one I actually go to convert to the one of the switches that I bought. And it should be easier on this one because it's just it is a standard 2-wire switch. I don't have to figure out what to do with the third wire. Alright, that's pretty close on that one. Yeah, got a little overlap down here. I think that's where our battery box and everything goes, so that'll be okay. And then the part I'm really worried about, so we're supposed to put this on top of that. So this is our outer ring, outer trim piece. Go on there. It's a really nice little mosaic pattern there. But I think as small as that is, it should be okay. I'm just going to do a nice tight bead right around our upper window here, I hope. Got off on there. Get a little blob there. Okay. Yeah, this works. I don't think it'll stand up to me running my squeegee over it. Just a finger. Hopefully get a little pressure there. Still pretty wobbly. Yeah, there we go. That worked out pretty okay. And that's another one I don't think we're going to be using again tonight. So I'll set it aside to dry nice and well. Okay. Now we got this little guy, and it gets this cover on top of it. And we're going to be showing through the floor. So, go on here, just around each one of our circles, I think, and around the edge. Alright. That was easy enough. Let's see, I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and we're supposed to poke those holes out. Probably cut them out with the X-Acto knife, I think, because that's where we're going to end up pushing wires through that, hopefully later tonight. Okay. Now, that's the last of our big plates we gotta glue on. Got the notches on the side to get lined up really nice. Can't complain about the accuracy of the templates here. They're lining right up with the notches and everything, so that's quality. Okay, so just like that last one, go. Make sure we get a good seal around the hole here. And so down here. Just a couple of runs through here. Make sure we get good coverage all the way around. I don't think I'm going to worry about the squeegee. I think that feels pretty good as is. A little extra on this side. With me, I got coverage all the way to the edge there, so I'll just sort of I'll trim that if I need to, which I think I will. Actually, pretty soon, maybe. That's going to be going up against the wall, so I'll probably have to get rid of that little extra overlap there, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay. Now, we are supposed to take this guy and this guy, and they're going together like so. That is an offset angle there. It's a little taller on one than the other. And it says to use the bottom bit as a square. So we got it. So I guess if we line it up the top, the hand, this would, in theory, give us a 90-degree angle. I would prefer, I think, give us these guys too. That looks like it's a little bit more of a thick boy. Can I get the pressure in there to? This is always the tricky part on these. I've got my got a corner clamp. Picked these up a while back. I don't know if it's gonna work on these. I don't know if this is gonna be long enough for these to. Actually, it looks like these may not be thick. Okay, no, that's alright. Okay, so start you. Yeah, it's gonna be thick enough, or long enough. So. Just gonna round up the corner. So which one goes to the back? Okay, this one. This is the back, so this is the that goes on to the side. So that's. Okay, so flush down there, not up here though. Okay. So, got my other trusty tiny clamp. Just practice run right now. Do it like that. How close is this? That's not. That's pushing it, pulling it out at 90 degrees. But I don't think it'd be 90 degrees anyway. Okay, this isn't 90 degrees either. Assuming that's square. Okay. Maybe not use the corner clamp. Okay. This one may be enough. Or a couple of those anyway. Okay, that's pretty darn close down there. And up there. Okay. Now the question becomes, which kind of glue am I going to use? Do I go? I need to make sure I got some adjustment time, so I think it's going to have to be the B7000. That's going to take me a few minutes for it to sit. Can I do anything else while it sits? That's the next thing. Well, I got a couple little things I can do. Yeah, okay. So let's try that one. Okay, so get my B7000. Do a healthy bead down the back edge, I think. What are we doing? I have a lot of stress to deal with for a little bit. Alright. Now you guys are open and ready to roll. Put you away. Those corner clamps would probably be okay for if I was able to put them in both sides to line things up. Get you slizzed around. Bottom. That top. Good down there. Not perfect up here, but I think within tolerance of my stuff. Back edge looks extra on there. Let's clean that off it'll come. Yeah, that feels pretty I just can't get it to come off, just rub it in. Okay. So that's going back there, so let's set you there. I hope you're, yeah. Okay. Now, while it's doing its thing, here, and you, okay, so if you go over like this, and you go the 2 holes, go to that end, showing through. I guess I need to poke me some pilot holes first before I. Actually, I can just. The center here. And over here we can go. That's going to be my zoom down now. And that did a pretty good job of actually concealing the holes a little bit, but now let's see here. This looks like it says all the way up against the edge. That hole just barely. Okay, I'm not going to go all the way against the edge, but I'm going to go almost all the way against the edge there. I'm going to get it that much. It doesn't say. Oh, it's actually these guys. This thing goes back here. So it doesn't. It only gives us one measurement on this one. There, one of them goes here. I'll get one measurement on it. Otherwise, I guess we're just eyeballing it. Looks like this one's supposed to be. Move this again, because I think I'm going to use the hot glue gun for this. Okay. So this one is supposed to be about like so, I'm thinking. Looks like it favors that side a bit. So let's see how the hot glue gun does for me here. A little extra down. Oh, ran out of time. There, but okay. A little excess on there, but that feels pretty good so far. Not gonna go crazy with it. Okay. And then one goes here, a little bit back from this notch. I say no measurements or anything, just sort of eyeballing it. That looks about right. Again for a few seconds. Okay. It says on this one we're supposed to go 2.5 centimeters from the back from the front. So mark that off, and we'll knock that out. Oh, yeah. 2.5 centimeters. Yep. Okay, so to get that sort of thing. And on a little trash to take off here. I hope I can do it. A plastic razor blade. Handy dandy tool that I didn't know existed until a couple of years ago. This is pretty okay. Got a little bit right there. Now I think I am going to take this excess off this edge because that's going to be, it might be an issue, so I'm going to try. It is supposed to go up against the wall, so let's knock it out. And one from the wood there. All right. Yeah. Actually, okay. So, oh, forgot about this piece. So that goes here up against that back bit. I guess I want to try and center it on that, so let's eyeball my center line. Here. Okay. I'm feeling a little saucy with the glue gun tonight, so let's go ahead and give it a go. Two strips on either side. And yeah, that ended up pretty close. All right. Now, let's see, got that, doing that, got that, this. Alright, ready for the next page. Just now getting to turn the first page, that's... Okay, actually this guy goes into that. There. This is a bottom cover. So let's bring you back over. Pop our bottom cover in place. So, I think pretty close to square in that corner. I'm still pleased about that. This guy is supposed to go in here. So is that, can I see? Yeah, there's just a little overhang right there. That's what was, that matches up the picture. Okay, everybody in place. For this, I think I'm going to go with the B7000. And just along the edge there. My hand starts shaking in the middle of it. And we'll move off on this thing, as well as this one. long boy. Pushing you back against the back wall. That's staying, okay, it's floating a little bit, but it's staying, it's the right. No. Okay, now get that. Make sure those blocks are planted down. Yeah, back there, flush down, flush down. Okay. Now I'm going to give all this time to glue dry, and I'll come back and we'll do just a little bit more. I think I'm almost done for the night, but I want to get. I think I want to get 1 or 2 more pieces in here. All right, right back with that. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes, so it should be good to go. I did rearrange the clamps a while ago. I've just got, I can show you here, this guy on this back thing holding it down, and I was trying to use my big one to squeeze this other one against this wall, which it didn't appear to do. But I think it should be stabilized by now. Looks like it. And cooperate with us. Alright, there we go. We got it in place. Got a little bit of lip there. I think that's gonna be enough. Yeah, it feels okay. I'm a little, I missed on this side a little bit, but this thing is a little bowed too. I didn't think about that when I was putting it in, but feels stable. I'm not gonna go picking it up by one piece at any point soon, but we're past the 45-minute mark. But I do want to get a couple more things in before I call it a night. I'm gonna go, yeah, so got this piece to install on this guy, but first I got this piece goes back here in this corner, like so. So that's going to give us a little more structure, I hope. That's going to be, because I'm going to be tying all 3 pieces together with this one, is my plan. What I'm going to do, if I can get it to come out of the... I'm going to put the B7000 on the bottom so it's glued to the floor. Then I'm going to use the hot glue on each edge to get that quick, hopefully quick bond with the walls. So hot glue is ready to go. Goes in like this. Yeah, so they glue this on here. Just do fairly good blob right in the middle, I think. Our glue goes on these edges. Hopefully. Somewhat stay in place. Alright. Now just down and over. Alright, that seems good. I can go floor in place there. Yeah, I think we're going to be good with that. I think it's, yeah, the space is there, but that's the hot glue is bridging that gap. I can see it making connections here. Good clearance on the edge over here. It's not sticking out, so yeah, I think that's gonna give us a little more security. Now on this guy, think this is just barely even going to be visible. But and this edge is going to be up against the mirror, so make sure good clearance on that. Okay. So we've got a little excess over this edge. We can't. There, that. A couple of passes. Never comes off. Okay. Now. Our mirror, and it does say to leave the cover in place for now. This guy goes flush with that ledge, straight across. Yeah, I think that's going to get us. Yeah. Now the trouble is getting it square. Get off this thing first, I guess. I guess if we're square on here, we should be. It's putting a lot of. Looks pretty good. So let's let me find a chunk that's thicker than that. Let's see. I just had one the other day. One of my old. Okay. I believe that's a piece from one of the Arduck locomotives. That looks like that is burning on from his laser cutter. A little bit of glue off there, doesn't really matter. It's not thick enough after all that. Done lost my, what I call my jig. I should have something I can use. Oh, I can stand it up on edge. Yeah, I can just stand it up, yeah, sideways. That's going to give us. I don't think it will. Okay. I think I'm just going to end up having to eyeball it. It's all said and done. I guess I can sort of try and look at that ledge. Not directly. Okay. And I think I may regret it, but I'm going to go with the super glue. I mean the glue gun again. I'm going to stay clear of my little notch here. I'm just going to go give it a good little. So let's go with the narrow end. Yeah. That should be good. I hope. Yeah, I think that's pretty. That looks pretty close to 90 degrees. That's supposed to go the base on there. Okay. And I think we're just barely going to be able to see that anyway when it's all said and done, but it does look very flush in that corner, doesn't it? That's good. Okay. So now I'm going to do the B7000 on this part because I'm going to be leaving this overnight. Because this is where I'm going to call it a night. So I'm going to do a good chunk in this little bit, and then this little bit. So I'm going to put into. I'm going to bead. Here. I think this is going to end up being structural. Alright, drop you into that in the bottom. Lean you over. This thing got good contact both places. Alright. And we're going to call that a night. I think good foundation being built. I don't know how long it'll be before we get to building, more interesting things. I guess I could do it. Lay it down like that and should be. Take a peek, see where we're going, where we're at, and all that. We're gonna, once this is done, okay, we're gonna start running our lights tomorrow. I've got those pulled, and that looks thoroughly confusing, so I'm not looking forward to it, but I think we'll make it through. Yeah, we'll move into. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're gonna move into more interesting little pieces pretty quickly. It's not going to take too long. Okay, yeah, we should get into some of those tomorrow. Okay, back up. Everything's still staying in place. Yeah. Alright, that being said, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And click on one of these links. That's going to be my subscribe to the channel. This one over here is my sort of experimental channel. I'm only doing 1 or 2 videos a month on that one. This is what YouTube thinks you're supposed to be watching, and this one over here is going to be the playlist for this build if you didn't watch it on the first day. But thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.